right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
A trip to the casino turned into Nelly getting taken into custody. Tonight, the rapper's attorney is firing back.
Another surge of autumn air is heading our way. The weather impacts it brings for your outdoor weekend plans.
Our top story, a Senate showdown in the Show Me State is set.
That's not the Missouri I grew up in. That's Josh Hawley's Missouri.
Tonight, the debate deadlock between the candidates.
If you really believe the stuff you've said, come defend it.
With 90 days to go until Election Day, the candidates for Missouri Senate seat are off to the races. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson.
And I'm Mike Bush. Democrat Lucas Kunce is hoping to unseat the incumbent Republican Josh Hawley. And just hours ago, 5 on Your Side's Laura Barczewski talked with Kunce about the debate challenges that are on the table. Laura.
Mike and Kelly, last night, moments after the race was called, Hawley challenged Kunce to a debate at the Missouri State Fair next week. And we here at 5 on Your Side offered to go co-moderate it. But what each candidate hopes that will look like is very different.
Josh Hawley said in a statement on X, "Congrats to Lucas Kunce, now let's debate. We sent this letter to both candidates offering to air and moderate the debate at the Missouri State Fair." Kunce confirmed, and Hawley did not officially respond, but posted another video on X.
I said, let's go there. Let's get up on a trailer. No fancy studios, no moderators, just you and me, man. Mano a mano, Lincoln Douglas style. We'll do it in front of the crowd. We'll do it in front of the people. Anybody can come. I see a lot of press here. Y'all are welcome to come. You can film whatever you want, do whatever you want, and we'll just be accountable to the people. We'll go back and forth, and we'll debate. You know what? He won't do it.
Kunce says he wants to debate Hawley, but thinks Hawley doesn't want to answer questions.
I mean, yeah, the dude wants us to go prattle. He can do that anytime he wants. Like, we need to answer hard questions for the people of Missouri. As a U.S. Senator, I'm willing to answer hard questions from the people of Missouri. I think he should be too. Like, right? This is it. Are you real, or are you the coward that everybody saw on January 6th? I guess we'll find out next week.
Hawley went on to say in front of his supporters this would be a chance for Kunce to defend his record in front of Missourians.
I just say to him, if you really believe the stuff you've said, come defend it. Come tell the farmers why you want to take away their ability to farm their farms. Come tell the truckers why you don't want them to work. Come tell the American people and the people of this state why you want that border open.
Kunce jabbed right back, saying Hawley has some things to answer for.
He just doesn't want to answer to the fact that he wasted $250,000 of Missourians' money, that he won't protect in vitro fertilization and contraception, and many other things, right? But let's have that real debate. Let's do it, and we'll all tell us what our plan is going forward and what we want to do.
Both Kunce and Hawley say they're planning to show up at the state fair, but it still remains to be seen if there will be a moderated debate.
Tonight, we're hearing from St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell just a day after he upset Congresswoman Cori Bush in the race for the 1st District congressional seat. Bush was seeking a third term in the U.S. House of Representatives. Now Bell is heavily favored to win the seat in the November general election. Bell faced criticisms from Bush during the campaign due to his funding from a pro-Israel super PAC.
They heard the Congresswoman's divisiveness and her campaign, which was basically about division. And I'll just say this, most folks, they appreciated the fact that we shared, instead of division, a vision for the St. Louis region and moving this region forward.
AIPAC, I'm coming to tear your kingdom down. What you didn't want to do was allow me to get radicalized even more, because this is the thing, I ain't scared. I don't fear you.
We reached out to Cori Bush's office and AIPAC for interviews. We did not hear back.
Tonight, we are hearing from Alfred Montgomery, who beat longtime Sheriff Vernon Betts by fewer than 300 votes. Brent Solomon is live downtown with Montgomery's plans to bring a fresh perspective to the sheriff's office. Brent.
Well, Kelly, Montgomery will soon return to the place he once was fired from. Back in 2020, after he announced plans to run against his then boss, Sheriff Vernon Betts. He lost that election, but not the will to try again. And this year, voters sided with him.
We need some big changes here in our city. Now it's time to build a sheriff's office that's a model for every law enforcement agency around the city.
There will soon be a new sheriff in town. Alfred Montgomery unseating Sheriff Vernon Betts, who's held that position for 7 years.
Have you, since you won, have you heard from the sheriff?
I have not.
Yeah.
He didn't call you or you didn't call him?
No, I went down to the sheriff's office to speak with him. I spoke with a few judges. He wasn't available, so
Gotcha.
that was pretty much that.
He says he's ready to get to work.
Make sure the number one thing that I plan on doing is updating the policy and procedures within the sheriff's office. I also want to update the sheriff's office completely, up to the technology. Right now the sheriff's office is behind, it's outdated. So I'm here to be that change agent.
He wants to request a state audit to see if tax dollars have been mishandled and build rapport with city leaders to see if he can offer insight on improving operations at the City Justice Center, although that's not a specific duty of the sheriff or his deputies. Before the election, published reports questioning Montgomery's credentials, specifically a sociology degree from Arizona State University. When asked about those reports, he said,
You know, a lot of that stuff, what happens is the current administration likes to throw out different things like he's always done, and I don't like to entertain it.
No misconceptions are out there. Everything you said is who you are.
I am who I am. The people of the city of St. Louis elected who they elected, and I stand on who I am.
Now, Montgomery still has to win the general election in November. By the way, we reached out to Sheriff Vernon Betts for comment about this story. We haven't heard back. Live downtown, Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
The race for Missouri's governor is also set. Lieutenant Governor Mike Keogh won the Republican nomination. He'll face off against State Representative Crystal Quaid, who won last night's Democratic primary. And you can find the results for all of last night's races on KSTK.com. For a link, just text the word results to 314-425-5355.
Tonight we are hearing from the attorney of St. Louis rapper Nelly following his arrest at Hollywood Casino early this morning. Missouri State Highway Patrol says Cornell Haynes Jr., which is his birth name, was arrested on a failure to appear warrant for a 2018 traffic charge. Police say he had 4 ecstasy pills on him. Defense attorney Scott Rosenblum says Nelly had just won several jackpots at the Maryland Heights Casino and claims the officer lied when he told the rapper a background check was required. He also claims a body search was done without probable cause. In a statement, Rosenblum says, quote, this officer felt compelled to handcuff Mr. Haynes behind his back and parade him through the casino in front of other patrons. Rosenblum is calling for an inquiry into the arresting officer's conduct.
Well, we've now learned a teen shot while allegedly trying to rob 2 people in Soulard last month has died.
New at 10, a concerned community activist tells 5 on your side's Robert Townsend the tragedy underscores what she calls a crisis in St. Louis.
Kelly and Mike, Precious Jones founded her nonprofit Breaking Generational Poverty after her son was shot and killed 2 summers ago. Now, since then, Jones has tracked teen-related violence in St. Louis. The latest tragedy in Soulard has her speaking out yet again. Here near the intersection of 9th and Russell, where 2 people sitting in a car told St. Louis police a 15-year-old boy and several others first tried to rob them. The 24-year-old victim said the suspected robbers wore ski masks and dark clothing when they walked up to their car during the early morning hours on July 20th. Investigators say one of the guys reached through the victim's window and removed items while another stood behind the car with a rifle. What's more, police say when the 15-year-old tried to open the car door, the passenger shot the boy in the chest. The teen died Tuesday.
A child being dead, that's not okay. That it's a bigger problem. When I heard that, it's very heartbreaking for me.
Community activist Precious Jones's 20-year-old son, Preston, was shot and killed 2 years ago. Jones's nonprofit, Breaking Generational Poverty, put up this billboard with her grandson's picture on it. Their ongoing message?
We are in a crisis.
A teen crime crisis, she insists, is happening on the streets of St. Louis because young boys and girls are crying out for help. The 15-year-old is the 45th teen to be shot in the city as of Wednesday.
Elected officials need to do their part. Law enforcement needs to do their part so that we can fix it.
And she continues her plea to parents.
Parents and guardians, please, if you need help with your kids, because you are the first ones to know if your kid is off into trouble, reach out for help.
Now, police tell us the death of 15-year-old Giovanni Diaz is being classified as a justifiable homicide. They are still looking for the 3 other suspected robbers.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is calling for the resignation of the Sangamon County Sheriff following the shooting death of Sonia Massey.
The sheriff has failed. He has failed to explain how he ended up hiring this deputy sheriff who has been fired from other departments.
Last week, Sheriff Jack Campbell released Deputy Sean Grayson's personnel file. It revealed numerous disciplinary problems like false reports, not following orders, and 2 DUI charges. He's now being held without bond on murder charges in connection to Massey's death.
Buy now, pay later.
People are crunching numbers every day.
Tonight, financial experts weigh in on if it's a budgetary solution or a convenience that comes at a cost. Bear witness.
Look at him, he's lost.
The wild and close encounter at a senior community in the Metro East.
Sunshine was scarce Wednesday, but brighter days are ahead, and that includes a good portion of the weekend. Why we have to wait a few more days for any substantial rain.